Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. I'm Bart.
And I'm Scott.
And we're coming to you with the GlenAllachie Hungarian Virgin Oak.
Is it 72 virgins?
That's a whole nother deal, baby. Whole nother deal. We're going to test it! Virgin style.
Hungarian oak style.
Hungarian style. Woo! All right, now here's what's funny, though. I think it's Hungary that has this beautiful plan to work on upping their population. If I got this right, if you're a woman and you stay married and you have a child, when you enter the workforce, you pay 25% less tax. If you have 2 kids, it's 50%. And I think if you have 3 or more kids, you pay no government tax at all.
And at one, if you have 1 kid,
I think
25.
it's 25%.
And then you said 2 kids.
2, I think it's 50%. So basically, you're getting 50% off your tax.
Oh,
and if you have 3 or more kids, I don't think you pay
you were saying the tax rate.
Any government tax at all.
Gotcha.
So what happens is if women voluntarily have kids young, they can have their kids raise their kids, and when they enter the workforce, they might enter the workforce with no taxes. They're basically able to make up the money gap that they missed those first 20 years. I mean, imagine being tax-free. Supposedly it's working, and I think Finland was looking at doing the same thing.
48% ABV.
Just saying.
700 milliliter.
I hope it is Hungary.
700 milliliter.
Okay.
You don't have nothing to say about that?
It angers me in a deep-seated part of my soul.
7-year-old.
Yes.
Little young. 7 years can be young. Let's find out.
Their bottles trick you. That doesn't look like a 700 milliliter. Sometimes I can spot them.
You can't tell.
I can tell. They're jipping me out of 50 milliliters. 50 milliliters, man. You know, when I'm heel slaying, it would have already been slayed. Uh-oh. What'd you... Ooh. Hold on. I got a nutty Butterfinger. I got a Butterfinger.
That was a different nose that I did not like at first. At first. It just was really pungent.
Huh. I get a nutty buttery. It's like a Butterfinger candy bar.
It might be like a bitter nut. Bitter nuttiness that...
Yeah. It's the virgin.
All right. Some people think we don't score stuff under an 85. I'm telling you, based on the nose of this is going to be under an 85.
See, you're focusing too much. No way.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan a lot of times of straight virgin oak maturation either. But
yeah. You get too much wood influence. Ooh.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. I'm not saying all the time. That is different, though. Wow.
Yeah, I don't care for the nose.
Okay. The flavor's a little bit different as well, but I get more of like a sandalwood. I feel like I'm on a yacht.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm on a yacht and the sea salt is dashed across it a couple times. And I can smell it, but I'm tasting it.
I like the sand. Definitely sand. It's an exotic wood.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the standard oak notes that we're used to.
Right.
Palate is better than the nose.
Yeah.
I expected a lot more that virgin oaky kind of punch, which isn't there.
Just a little bit of nuttiness on the nose.
Rich honeyed.
What's weird, though, is I get either a little bit of a burnt flavor on the finish, or I feel like a dusty old barn that I'm trying to lacquer, which is weird. But I get this faint touch of either lacquer or black licorice on the finish. That's a little different. I got a trot of water right now.
Did you ever take a magnifying glass when you was young and use the sunbeam like on the wood?
Yes, but it wasn't a magnifying glass.
Hints of
we had like a wood burner. You know, it heats up and you could. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the smell is a little bit like the taste at the end on the finish.
Yep. Just like that smoke wafting up.
Yeah, that's good.
Palate.
That's very good. Yeah, what the heck do we use those little wood burners for? It's like you could do art on wood with it or something.
Yeah. You put the brunchines on there.
Yeah, it took some work.
Porch.
Yeah. 10 letters,
You get
baby.
the brunch.
Yeah. Oh, I really ruined my boy. He's got a hyphen name. It's Brunchine-Cartagena. That's 10 and 10, baby. Doesn't even fit on certain documents. Brutal. That's why they got short first names.
We'll talk about that off there.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why his first name is Bo. It's easy. And what did the dentist say when they called for the... Yeah. They called and we're confirming an appointment for... And I was like, what?
Bo?
Yeah, and then I said, Bo, and the little young gal said, is that how you say it? I go, yeah, it's French. Oh, sorry. We digress. That's why the show's great. What are you doing? Hold on, let me do the gum line thing.
Yeah. This is, does not feel like a 7-year-old. It feels like a 10. It feels a little bit older than what it is. I'm trying to get, there's a
That's
nuttiness.
Virgin oak.
There's some oak.
You
There's
wouldn't want to leave it in the
wafting
virgin oak
smoke.
any longer. I wouldn't have, if 7 years, you had to pull it out.
Yeah.
This would have got a little...
Honeyed.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, are there fruits?
I get a little nuttiness, though.
Nuttiness.
There's nuttiness. It is that hardwood, raw wood. And then again at the finish is the same burning thing, whatever the heck. In the comments, tell me what you folks used to do with those wood burners.
Did you get water?
I think I did a little bit. I'll do a little more.
I was going to look earlier on the box and see if there was more.
Can you read it?
It's not.
This is very different, though.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. It's
hard to put in a box.
It's different. I don't know how often I would go to this. It's different enough, but is it good? Different?
Well, I like it in the GlenAllachie suite of different bottles because they've got a vast litany of different flavors in all their different bottles.
Well, it says the nose is bursting with butterscotch, citrus, milk chocolate, cinnamon raisin, orchard fruits, and ginger.
Bursting.
The taste, lashings of heather honey. Got that. Cinnamon, followed by chocolate. Don't get any chocolate.
No.
Lemon drops and caramelized brown sugars. All right. Nothing about the wafting smoke or the oak.
Yeah, a lot of wood.
This innovative malt attains its vibrant oaky spice and berry fruit flavors from Hungarian virgin oak. Sourced from the Zemblen forest in the mountains of northeast Hungary, near the winemaking district of Toka.
You nailed it.
Its rocky volcanic soil, along with colder climate, higher altitude, means that the trees in this region grow very slowly, creating a tight grain.
I like tight grain.
A desirable trait for aging spirit. The result is an aromatic, well-balanced expression delivering silky, smooth richness.
Silky smooth. Yeah, I don't know about silky smooth. I'd say unique, experimental, and worth. I'm going to be asking about the price here in a little bit. It's worth experiencing, and I like it if I was doing like a GlenAllachie sampler. I think it would really stand alone.
So, okay, at least 5 years in bourbon oak, American oak, and then another 18 months in this Hungarian virgin oak. So
so it's not exclusively in that. Yeah.
No.
Which is interesting because it feels like it had an influence on it. Wow. Yeah, it's almost got a little bit of a sappy kind of flavor at the end too. Like I'm picking up berries. A little bit of sap.
Usually I'll get, berries. You can tell there's just something darker rather than citrus going on, but I don't.
Growing up in Evergreen, Colorado, sometimes you'd get some damaged pine trees and you'd get some of that sap on you. And it kind of has that flavor, but what I'm comparing it to is more of the smell of the pine sap.
I like it better with water. I don't know what it did to it, but it's more. But when it was neat, I was debating if I would sit down and sip this. With water, now I'm like, I can see sitting down and sipping this.
Really? I don't know. There's so many GlenAllachies coming out.
We've had a few.
Yeah. Early on, it was huge, and then I felt like I got a little lost in the forest with them. When Billy Walker...
was that one over there? That was that single cask? Yeah. Was that the Sauterne? Or was that the...
I think that might be the Sauterne over there.
We had two.
We call those the Grays.
Those were good.
Those were good.
The Grays.
Yeah, their label's kind of gray on them, or black and white or something.
Yeah.
They're not all colored up like this. The box is usually gray. So Billy Walker came in and completely made these bottles magical in general. GlenAllachie just skyrocketed, in my opinion, personally. I was loving them as they came out. Wasn't it like the 12?
Well, yeah, the 10 cask strength.
Yeah, the 10 cask strength, that's right.
Yeah.
And, but I mean, these experimentals, I can't say I'm in love with this, but it's definitely very unique and different. No color added, no chill filtering. I wish it was 750 milliliter. Just to bring her back, babe. Bring her back. What are you thinking? You're deep in a contemplative mood.
I don't know what to score it. I think it's good.
You could
but
say
I just
84.
don't see myself going. I'm debating 85, which is the score that we're getting that people tell us we don't ever go below. It's not, I don't think it's bad.
Go below it.
It's just my palate. I don't know.
I'm calling it 86. I like it because it's different, but I'm with you. It's unique. I'm a little curious on what's it going to do. Is it going to open up and change? Or is it that virgin oak? Is that what? Go for it.
Well, no, I was going to say, since I'm sitting here and I do like it better with water, and I'm sitting here and each sip, it really is rich and it's sweet. A little bit different twinge going on with that Hungarian oak.
A little twang to it.
Little twang.
Little twang.
I'm right there with you in 86.
That'd
water.
Be your rapper name.
With water.
You'd be called Little Twang.
I'd be like, hey, you can point, just don't laugh.
I'd be Big Twang. We could be Big Twang, Little Twang.
No, to be funny, it's got to be the other
brothers. Way. What? No.
You got to reverse it. I'm Big Twang. You're
Little Twang?
Yeah.
That doesn't make no sense.
I know. That's why it goes that way. It don't make no sense.
It's like Big and Rich.
The little guy is Big Twang.
Yeah,
and
hold
the big
on.
guy
How's the little guy Big Twang? That makes no sense. That big guy should be Big Twang.
Pull out that receipt. What was this? This one was a little bit. I want to say this was like 80, 70 or $80. Kind of high for a 7-year-old. I think it's really on par for what we've been seeing with GlenAllachies in our region. Yeah, $78.
$78. I mean, it's probably on par. Would I buy another one? Nope. It's unique. Yeah, I don't know. That is part of the problem. It's unique.
That was a long pause.
I know. I was trying to think where would I fit it, but it started to come back to if I was running, like we're getting ready to have some more family over for Thanksgiving. It's coming up. We're making plans. Yeah. Family's going to be here. My brother and his family are going to be here. I could see if I was going to run like, hey, I'll do little tastings for the family. I could see if I said, hey, I'm going to give you guys what I'm going to call the GlenAllachie experience. I would obviously have this in there just so they could try, and then I would be curious to see where they would come at it from. My sister's the only one that's developed a whiskey palate. What am I looking for here? This is neat?
Yeah, just give me your thoughts. No, that's with even a second or third drop of water on it. I like it better. I think it's getting better with water.
It took away a little bit of that sandalwood twang. that oak twang. Now it's way in the background.
I don't know if it took. I like sandalwood. I like that. Like a Mizunara oak.
Well, I love
It's not that.
oak.
It's really making it richer and sweeter.
Okay. You know what? When you ain't done, then hold on.
Yeah.
Drowned it.
Another one. That's good.
Okay. I was going to 3 drown her. I was going to really put her down. Let me try it again now. That's a lot. That's a lot. Let me see.
That's still good. It gets better with water. No, that was too much. It's too weak now, but it's still good.
Okay. That's interesting.
It's almost a cinnamon powder sugar coming out.
I agree with you there. The powdered sugar is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's interesting, which means you could add enough water that you're back up to 750 milliliters. You had that much water, baby. You've extended it. Yeah,
it's free. It didn't cost you nothing.
You've extended it. All
All right. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Sláinte.
Dummies.
Dummies.
Woo! We didn't even give them the signature.